combining honest reporting with academia, with activism, reached that tipping point of challenging the corporate media narrative.
And this yellow zone, it's getting bigger day by day, under the name of ceasefire, as they call it.
Rafah border, it needs to open, right? Palestine and Egypt share this border. Egypt needs to step in.
This is just a small message to the entire world that this land is ours and we are still sacrifice our lives, our children, our education, our futures for this land.
This line needs to be hammered. Complete withdrawal of idea from Gaza.
Activism is really, really important. If they bomb in a day like 200 child, if like, all the activists are talking about this, the other day they just bombed, let's say, 50 child. You know what I mean?
Yeah, their good people should challenge their governments as well. There are these organizations, I must mention them, Jewish Voice for Palestine.
We see people like Christian and Jewish, they stand for the Palestinian people. We respect them so much, and we respect by anyhow all the religions. So thanks for everyone.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am again with my friend from Palestine, a hero of Palestine, Amir Ismail, and it's an honor to be doing it the third time. We have been connected. This is the third year now. We have remained connected on this struggle, on this journey, and it's an honor to have you again, Amir Ismail, the third time. The thing I love about all your work is that you remain consistent in this individual, these people. It's so important in this time for individual people like yourself who have gained so much even popularity in the social media platforms. Your work is at par, and I would say even it transcends and challenges the corporate media narratives. This is the thing I love about your work. Over 130,000 subscribers now on YouTube, over 20,000 on Instagram. Yeah, you have, reached that tipping point of challenging the corporate media narrative. And you are, I believe, a very important player in Gaza, in Palestine. And the other unique thing about your work is that there is this honest reporting in all of these things, which we see is lacking in the unjust corporate media sectors, in this unjust corporate world. And your work, that honest reporting is so much needed in this work. So individual brilliance combined with honest reporting, this is what we need, challenging the corporate media narrative. And I, salute you for this work. Yeah, any initial words?
Thank you, thank you so much. What an honor. Thank you for all the kind words. Really appreciate it, man. And what an honor for me. It is an extreme honor to be here to talk to you, to find some people like yourself who they care about the situation in the Gaza Strip, who they still speak up, who they still using their voices for the right and for the Palestinian people in general, especially in the people in the Gaza Strip. So we just say that thank you so much for everyone who's still until this moment speaking out, who's still raising them voices for the freedom of Palestine. And by the way, inshallah, one day Palestine will be free and we will celebrate with each other for the freedom of Palestine.
Yep.
So thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, and your on the ground reporting is so brilliant. It's so unique. It's original. It's creative. It's with confidence. There were times 2 to 3 years back, I remember, you used to cover it, bombs dropping, and you were like covering all of that. That was so brilliant. That was so brilliant. And, you have all those traits in you. I told you that it's like a motivating factor for all of us, for many of the people around the world, to see young people like yourself doing this work, combining honest reporting with academia, with activism as well. It is so good to see. So, I have a few questions. We do it regularly now, so we'll do it again.
Of course, go ahead.
Yeah, on Gaza, on the situation in Gaza and Palestine, it's so important to remain consistent on these lines. So my first question, as always, is what is the current situation in Gaza right now? What is the current situation in general?
Yes, for sure. Right now, at these moments, like we live in a time. We live in a time which called ceasefire, as they call it. I don't know if there's a noise or something. Sorry for that. I'm not in my place. Anyway, so as they call it a ceasefire, but until this moment, even after the so-called ceasefire, they still, until this moment, they bomb any child, any people who are walking in the streets in a very peaceful way, we can bomb them, and we expect, like right now as I'm talking to you, my brother, I expect we can like target this place that I'm sitting at with these people who are like sitting around me. Like we expect anything they can do. We expect all the hate and violence that they are doing since years and years. And we all know that, and we have saw it in social media platforms. We have saw it in many places. So we hope the situation will get better. Something else that still until this moment they occupy many parts of the Gaza Strip, the so-called yellow zone. And this yellow zone, it's getting bigger day by day, under the name of ceasefire, as they call it. Still, many people who are living in tents, they cannot even return to their destroyed home. They couldn't cross the yellow line, and beyond the yellow line, they're all destroyed home. These people just wanted to see their destroyed home. Like it's not standing anymore. Like they cannot live inside it, but they just wanted to enter this them like childhood area, the neighborhood area, to see the memories at least, and they cannot because these zombies, let's say, they still occupy these areas. We hope the situation is going to get better. It's really sad that they say in social media platforms that it's a ceasefire and people believe it as it's a real ceasefire, and the truth is it's not. Still, they are occupying many parts of the Gulf. Still, they are bombing. Still they are doing all the hate and all the violence as well. We hope everything is going to get better, and we hope the freedom of Palestine is very soon, inshallah.
Yeah, we know about this colonial entity. It's a very stubborn entity. It's a very unjust, oppressive entity. And, we need to remain consistent. And they are very consistent. This colonial oppressive entity is a very stubborn entity. And we need to remain stubborn on truth and justice. This is how we're going to overcome it. And yellow line, the yellow line, I kept mentioning to you that keep mentioning about this. I'll coming to that. I'll come to that. Yeah, my second question is that what are the mental health conditions of the Palestinians in Gaza in general that you see around?
You mean about the hospitals and how it's working and all this
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, all of that. Yeah, you can combine that. Hospital conditions as well, and the mental
Yes.
health conditions of Palestinians in Gaza in general. Are they still fearful? Do they still fear, that bombs may drop on them? Yeah, I mean, this is the type of entity we are facing, right? Right. This is such an oppressive entity, and the world needs to know about this. That are there still these fears? How are they cope? How do the Palestinians Gaza cope up mentally with this, brutal, oppressive force?
Actually, about the mental health and about the medicine, let's say, and how it's entering to the Gaza Strip, let's say, from the borders to the Strip as well. This is a really hard to process, and all the Palestinian people, and especially in the Gaza Strip, they are suffering from this. Especially after the 2.5 years in this genocide, after we lost many people as well, and there is many people who still they are injured, and they just need them to give them a treatment as well. And especially at these moments, while most of the hospitals is not working like before, and the others, like let's say, damaged or destroyed it as well. While these small hospitals, which they tried to rebuild it or they tried to just open like some rooms in it to work or something to treat these people. Even while these places it's not getting the medicine and it's not getting the enough medicine for the thousands and thousands of the injured people. So actually, even this is hard, really hard to process, and they're still like even the borders as well still under control. Everything under occupation, everything under control until this moment. We lose many people who they are injured. We lose them every single day in a very silenced way, and no one is talking about them, to be honest. So I hope that the borders will open as well. The medicine will enter as well as we deserve because they are a human being and we are a human being. We deserve the to get our medicine, our education, our human rights as how all the humans all around the globe. So yeah.
Yeah, and I believe this Rafah border, it needs to open, right? Palestine and Egypt shares this border. Egypt needs to step in to open this border. It's been a long time. It's the third year now. They have to open it, and as soon as they open it, we're gonna inshallah come and visit all you people as well. So yeah, my
Inshallah,
next
you're welcome. That's
yeah.
your pity.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Pressure needs to be applied on on Egypt as well to open this Rafah border. I mean, according to international law, it should be open. So they can't close it. They cannot close this. They cannot close this border, and Egypt is not doing a very good job on this. They need to open this border, the Palestine-Egypt border. Yeah. My next question is that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I know you are studying as well. What are the situation of the academic institutions? There are these UNRWA schools as well, which were, almost all of them were bombed by Israel. UNRWA is a United Nations body, by the way. It's a United Nations organization. Dates back to several years, right? It dates back to several decades.
And that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are the conditions of, is there rebuilding of academic institutions going on, of UNRWA schools going on? What do you observe?
Actually, most of these schools, most of the universities got completely destroyed, and this is their goal. They fear when the people of Gaza, when the children even of Gaza are educated, they fear them. We don't know why. They just wanted to show the world that we are not educated, and they cannot do it by any way. Even while I saw it in my own eyes, and maybe many people all around the globe they saw it. While there is no schools, no universities, no even homes and buildings, and no even teachers. Most of the teachers they passed away, and all the students of Gaza and all the even the children they keep going and they still studying by themselves. So to be honest, at these days, the most of the places still destroyed. But we are trying to find other alternatives. We are trying to find if there was a school which is destroyed. We try the people of Gaza. They're trying to build a small tent, and they make it as a school, and they bring some teachers to teach children or something, and they keep going. Like they deal with this small tent as a big school. Just they wanted to give them education as well. They wanted to keep going. They wanted to do the best that they can. Even in the universities, while most like my university that I go for, most of it got completely destroyed. But these still, until this moment, we try to rebuild. We try to find just one room to rebuild it. We trying to do our best just to get our education as well. Because all the people of Gaza, they deserve the best education ever. And we are educated as usual. So this is what we have to do. And this is what we have to show the entire world, that all the people of Gaza are educated and they will get the best education that they deserve, inshallah, one day.
Well, this is such a great thing about all you people. That is why I look up to all of you people. I was reading that Gaza is actually a place with probably the highest amount of literacy in the world, right? The literacy rate of Gaza is very high. They are extremely intelligent people, and the other side is probably jealous of this. They are jealous of you people, because to see that in these even the harshest of conditions, a person like you is talking about, we are going to keep studying even in these tents to, gain more education, gain more knowledge. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see. And I have a feeling they are, jealous as well of this, that, they are very stubborn, and then they see people like yourself, the Palestinians in Gaza, that, hey, they are also very stubborn and more stubborn, and they even in the harshest of circumstances, upon them, they still manage to strive and through all of this. So there is this jealousy element of them as well. These Muslims who are gaining academia, gaining education, gaining all these things, even in the harshest of conditions. Yeah. So I wanted to mention this point. Yeah, UNRWA has done a spectacular work as well. I must mention them. They also remain consistent in all of this. And not only in terms of the schools and providing education, they did a spectacular job in providing aid, humanitarian aid, these type of things as well. Yeah, so shout out to UNRWA. They are doing terrific work in terms of dealing with the situation in Gaza, somewhat in terms of management and all these kind of administration, these kind of things. Yeah, my next question. Again, we have been continuously talking about yellow line, right? And I say that this needs to be hammered. This line needs to be hammered. Complete withdrawal of IDF from Gaza. Complete withdrawal of IDF from Gaza. This is the United Nations 67 border. This is international law we are talking about. So once we sway away from these lines, this is where the colonial entity, they sniff these things out. And we cannot allow them. We cannot allow them. They continuously say, does Israel have the right to exist? Well, does Palestine have the right to exist according to United Nations 67 borders? This question needs to be hammered to every Israeli, I believe. To every person who asks this question, ask them the reversal question. Does Palestine have the right to exist according to United Nations 67 borders? And they will freeze on this question, because this question is backed with international law, it's backed with everything, right? So the thing about yellow line, I mention it again and again: complete withdrawal of idea from Gaza, complete withdrawal of idea from Gaza. Yeah, you have mentioned about a lot about this as well. Yeah, anything about it?
Yes, about the yellow zone. Actually, it's something very, very important, and we all have to speak about it, which is the yellow line, which is the yellow zone, which is the ceasefire, as the lie on social media platforms, as they see it's a ceasefire, and the people all around the globe, they believe that there is a really ceasefire in the Gulf Strip, and actually every single day we lose many children, we lose many friends, we lose many, many people in the Gulf Strip as well. Every single day, every single minute we lose many people in a very, very silent way, and nobody's talking about them. And you just see on social media platforms, there is a ceasefire on the Gulf Strip. But actually, there is nothing at all is happening right here. And there is no even the feeling of the safety like before. Every area we go for, every area we visited, we feel like there is a feeling of unsafety at all. We are not feeling in that feeling of peace and happiness like before. So, for everybody's watching, everybody's listening to this interview, we have to be united. We have to speak up. We have to raise our voices more than before. We have to do the best that we can to show the entire world the truth, for the sake of the humanity, for the sake of the children of Gaza, because this illegal siege must end, and we have, like, Palestine must be free, and inshallah, one day we will celebrate with each other for the freedom of Palestine, and we will show the entire world the truth, and we will show the entire world the resilience of the Palestinian people, and that's why until this moment, after all these years, and we are like 75 years, and we are under occupation, until this moment, we are still on this land, because this is just a small message to the entire world that this land is ours, and we are still sacrifice our lives, our children, our education, our futures for this land, because we are the Palestinian people. We believe this land is ours, and no one all around the world have the right to occupy this land from us. Inshallah, one day Palestine will be free, and we will celebrate with each other for the freedom of Palestine. We will welcome all the people from all around the globe to the Palestinian land. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm working on, this question a lot, this yellow line question. I say complete withdrawal of idea from Gaza, keep mentioning it, say it for a reason. And we also need to understand, I work on this a lot, to understand their meaning of occupation. They sometimes say, it's again back to like a prison camp situation, right? Gaza was always like a prison camp. They say sometimes, in 2005, we withdrew from Gaza. No, they didn't withdraw back then as well. Israel still, even in 2005, when they withdrew their forces, but they kept control of the airspace. These airstrikes and all these kind of things, the drones that that keep people fearful. They always kept control of this airspace and what enters through the borders. They always had this. So people need to understand their concept, this concept of occupation in all the levels. Yeah, this is what I work on as well, right? It's very important to understand at what levels they operate their occupation, and just try to normalize these things. It's not normal. Israel cannot occupy airspace of Gaza. Israel cannot occupy airspace of the West Bank. Israel cannot have autonomy to what enters these borders. Palestine has the right to do that. Yeah. So yeah, this is very important to mention. And my next question is, on activism. You have been a great proponent of activism. Why? And I want you to ask why activism is so important in these times, especially.
Activism is really, really important when we are like, it really makes all the people united. It gives the last news about what is happening in the Gulf Strip. So when everybody's talking about it, it's just really, really important that we have to speak up, even in social media platforms, even in the real life, even every single area. We have to speak up for the Palestinian people and for everything that's happening in the Gulf Strip. So activism is really important, to be honest. And when every single activist, when every single person, even with, let's say, at least like 1,000 followers or whatever, or even two followers, maybe,
Mm.
he can really give a big, he can leave a big, big, big impact.
Yep.
Imagine when everyone is talking about what is happening in the Gulf Strip. Imagine while everyone is sharing while how these zombies are killing these children with no rights. So we have to educate people from social media platforms about what is happening in the Gulf Strip. So that's really, really important. And it's really important for us to that we have to be united, even in social media platforms, in the real life, marching the streets, making demonstrations. Everything could make a huge, huge difference. Even like athletes, while activism and all the activists are speaking up for the about what is happening in the Gulf Strip, trust me that they fear you. They fear your voices,
Yep.
and we feel it in the gospel. We feel it like they pump in it. Let's say if they pump in a day like 200 child, if while all the activists are talking about this, the other day they just pump, let's say, 50 child.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they fear your voices, and it's very, very important that we have to speak up, even the social media platforms. So activism is really, really important for us.
Yeah, and writing to governments. That's the thing I always mention. Writing to governments as well. The governments are the is the level of which have all the military hardware. They have all the so their side is very good at these lobbies things. We need to establish good lobbies as well, but to tackle them at government levels as well. Yeah, this is something I always mention about in activism as well. And shout out to Global Smooth Flotilla. I think you know about them. They are doing terrific work as well. They, to risk their lives to somehow, go to Gaza and, travel to this place. And they, they are very good people, good natured people with the heart. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
them. Anything
yeah,
about
yeah.
them.
Yeah, actually, this is a really, really good mission, and we appreciate all of these efforts. Like a group of people, a group of activists are risking their lives in a humanitarian mission to break this illegal siege of Gaza. So we appreciate all these efforts, and we hope that there will be like these people more and more. All
Yep.
these actions could make a huge difference, and I believe in them that they will make it to Gaza and they will break this illegal siege, inshallah. So big love and all respect to everyone who's speaking out, who's marching, who's taking actions, who's doing the best they can for the sake of the children of Gaza and for all the people in Gaza and children. So thank you so much for everyone, and we appreciate all these efforts. And we're watching you, and we're seeing you all, and big love to all of you.
Yeah, these activists have done amazing work on the GSF. There are these organizations like Palestine Action in our country, Pakistan Palestine Forum. All these, activist groups around the world on Palestine are doing terrific work, and it really adds pressure to all the world governments to, no, this is the issue. Remain connected on this issue. We must, speak out and eventually win the narrative of freeing Palestine. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, my last question is, I know you have an interest in dentistry as well, right? Your interest in dentistry. It's important to mention, the interests
Absolutely,
of
you're
all you
lagging.
people. All you people have, whims and desires and interests and achieving all these elements. Yeah, yeah. Last question. Your interest on dentistry, right? Yeah.
What is the last the last thing we were talking about?
Dentistry. Your interest in this subject. I know you have an interest in dentistry, right?
Yes, that's
You want
right.
to, so you want to become a dentist, right? When you grow up.
Yes, actually, I joined the first year dental student in Gaza. Despite, like, how much it's really, really hard to study in the Gulf Strip and get your education as well in the Gulf Strip. But I joined the faculty of dentistry, and I find it's really good, to be honest. It's like science and art together. So yeah, it's a really, really good field, and I believe that especially we are the people in Gaza, we have to be educated and we have to continue. We have to keep going and we don't have to stop. We have to get our education to show the entire world that we are educated people. We are people who deserve a life, and hopefully, inshallah, I will make it. After 5 years or 4 years, I will become inshallah a dentist. So pray for me.
Yeah, inshallah. And I am also a researcher by my profession and all this everything. Maybe we can. I do research in healthcare and all other different type of subjects. Maybe we can do some research together as well sometime in future
That's
together.
cool. Really, that's really good. Yeah. Yes, yes, why not? That's really good, by the way.
Yeah, that would be
And inshallah,
brilliant.
in the future, why not? Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be brilliant. Yeah. So I'll conclude it now. I'll conclude it with saying that it has been such a great honor to have this chance to speak with you again. And the
Honor,
thing is,
honor is mine, my brother.
yeah, I'll mention a few things. There is this live session of yours that happens every week. I know that. That's so brilliant, and I watch it regularly on Friday, right? On your channel, your live
Yeah.
session. Yeah, it happens every week. It's very good. I'll ask all to join this session. It happens every Friday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you continuously speak about the situation in Gaza and other things on that. Yeah, in the last session, yeah, in the last session.
That's right. That's right. It's
So
actually really, really important to talk about the last updates. We go through it every single week to answer all the people questions. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it every Friday, a live stream on YouTube. So yep,
yeah, it becomes like a weekly update on the situation. Keep at it,
exactly,
right? Yeah, and in the last
exactly.
session, there was a very important point. I asked a question to you that we should develop some relationship with the good people of their side as well, right? And you asked me that what do you mean by that, and I'll like to explain it while I'm concluding it now. That it is very important that there are a few good people on their side as well. Few. I know they are not much, but there are a few people on their side that are good people, and it is very important. I think this point is very important to establish connection with those people, to establish connection with those good Jews among their side in Israel as well, to develop good connection with them. It is also sort of like goodness, finding good people in them to challenge their government. It is very important in the long narrative that their good people should challenge their governments as well. There are these organizations, I must mention them: Jewish Voice for Palestine, Jewish Voice for Peace. They have done spectacular work. It's so important for people like us to establish connection with them. This is even stronger than probably other narratives as well. So you asked me this. There was a good moment. I would like to explain it that it's very important to develop good connection with those Jewish people who are doing terrific work, for the cause of Palestine, for truth and justice as well. So it's important as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's really, really important. And look, no matter like what religion, like we respect, by the way, as Muslims, we respect all the religions, whatever,
Yep.
Jewish, Christians, Muslims. But when we see people like Christian and Jewish, they stand for the Palestinian people. We respect them so much, and we
Yep.
respect by anyhow all the religions. So thanks for everyone. And these people, by the way, are the most people who they are like they really have a humanity. Just they think about the children of Gaza, they see how much hate and violence we have so from these zombies, and they stand by our side hand by hand. So all respect to all of them too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good time to conclude. It's again such an honor to have you with me, and I pray to Allah that may Allah strengthen our connection. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina azaban nar. May Allah, grant us success in this life and the hereafter. Yeah. Any final words?
Mel Bassi, what honor for me, my brother, and thank you so much for this beautiful interview. Thank you for your voices. Thank you for every single thing that you do. Look, I'm watching your interviews. I'm watching your work. That's really awesome. That's really amazing. So keep going. Do not stop because that's really important. Your voice is really important, and hopefully, there will be a day for the freedom of Palestine. And you are a big, big part of this day. Trust me. And remember these words that you are a big part of this day, and many, many other people who like yourself, who they are trying to speak up for the Palestinian people. So all respect to all of you, and hopefully, the day of the freedom of Palestine is very soon. Thank you so much for this invitation. Thank you so much for this interview. Inshallah, see you soon once again.
Yeah, thank
Big
you.
love.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Have a really nice day.